Yes, peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. This is you know who, your brother Talib from the Brother Talib Show. I got some stuff for you to get into that has been already going down and going on, but now it's my time to speak. Let's talk about it. Ready? Let's get in. Are you ready? Let's get it. Yes, I'm here. Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. Assalamu alaikum. And to start off, this is not necessarily a strictly Islamic segment of my show, but I will be definitely speaking from the Islamic point of view because I'm Muslim and that's my basis when I come out and I bring knowledge or whatever I drop or whatever I know. And I'm not this is the disclaimer. I'm not a professional in any area of trying to give advice to people as though I'm some life coach or anything like that. I do try to do those types of things that those people do that are professional in those areas and they went to school for and they got degrees in areas of psychology and all this type of stuff and then understanding people's minds. No, that I am not, but I am a Muslim and I am a brother that has learned my faith and established enough to know for me to be able to give what I learned, not to act as though I'm a scholar as well. So that's my disclaimer. And I'm just trying to give each one, teach one type of position to help people. But anyway, to get to the point, the controversy has been going on with better known as Yee because that's what he choose to have his name and not to be called from what was his name that he was given, Kanye West, or what was has been in the media, has been in the music industry, and people have known him as, but he's changed his name several times, Yeezy, and then now Yee, so forth. So we give him respect, and I'm gonna give him respect for it, and like that. The controversy is going on. It's crazy. It's the cancel culture, crucifixion of this man and him as being a business person, besides just being a entertainer as he came into the scene and became wealthy from, but he went into other areas. He's a very intelligent young man. Unfortunately, he has a little bit of issues, but people like to talk about that, and that's the bad thing. And what I've learned and seen and listening to him, he has his head together more than not. He is not, as we know in Islam, we say miskeen, or the person who's of loss of something, right? But lost mentally, in the terms of being miskeen, and a person who's lost in as far as having mental disorder. The brother don't have a mental disorder. There's a lot of people in Hollywood that have mental disorders when they just steadily trying to self-destruct, taking drugs and changing their look and looking all crazy. So let's get it right. And this guy who we're gonna speak, we're gonna lead, we're gonna see, and this is like a reaction to of some of the stuff that has been going on and what it's been saying. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna let you see some of the footage that I have, and some of you might have seen it already. So it doesn't matter if you have. Everybody has a different point of view, and Brother Talib has a point of view from Islam and has a point of view from how I see it and how others probably also see it. And it's a clear attack against the brother's reputation, a clear attack against the brother's lifestyle and career and his wealth, trying to bring another brother down, And there's racism in there, clearly. There's clear racism in there. To try to shut him up, make him apologize to a systematic racist society that only props up certain people, a certain group of people that they're gonna protect. Listen when you hear this guy Como, okay, that we protect in his video, and they still doing this, still perpetuating this. What's going on in Palestine, as we know from the historical understanding, is a clarity to show that this is who they are protecting, and this is who they're going to prop up, and this is who they're going to give all of the entitlement in the world globally over every other nationality or people or even religion. You understand what I'm saying? And without me getting into saying before I get, you know, alerts or something sent to me from YouTube that I'm coming at a people and their religion and so forth, because that's clearly what I don't do. Y'all know me, and those of you who are my viewers, and I thank you, and keep, clicking them like buttons and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But it's gonna get more. I'm gonna get more into this stuff. So let's get into it. All right. Let me get the first video up. All right. This is what Kanye was. He reacts to being broke after owing money, taxes, all different things, and they just was coming at him, and they're just trying to crucify this brother financially. No. So listen to what he's saying here. All right.
Profit muscle. The first year where I managed to keep my account above 100 million until I got hit with $27 million of taxes last week. Then my payroll got cut by Adidas immediately, which was against the contract. And then I flew 2 members of Comin Resnick in last night, and they exposed the extra 40 million that they have been hiding from me of bills.
Hashtag Kinga in the comment section. Catch me with my commentary at the end. I'm profit.
What I'm saying is I'm being honest to you guys. I've been humbled, and I have no reason to lie. My family was taken away from me. My reputation has been smeared. Thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually...
Now I'm gonna stop there because I just want to get into the religious part. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ajma'in. Now, our brother Yi, when I say brother, it's from the human position of a brother. He's not of the same faith, and that's the point I'm saying. But also, he's of my Afro or African descendant background. So, in a brother, in that sense of me connecting to him, and if you was Asian, you have an Asian brother that is of your Asian background, or European brother of your European background, or whatever. Just on that end, okay. So don't get me wrong. But he's Christian in his faith, but also he had a lot of dealings with the industry and the likes of stuff that was with, the likes of Jay-Z and the Baphomets and all these people and all that conspiracy that they say, but they say it's conspiracy theory, but the reality is the reality of the Illuminatis, the Baphomet Illuminatis, okay? So we're not going to go there, but he was in that realm. And, we got to understand that Allah is mentioned in Quran, and even the Prophet speaks in this, and there's hadiths that based on what Allah has mentioned of when people are disobedient to Allah, and you're joining partners with Allah, and you're getting into other things that Allah is not pleased with. He might have you in a position where you're on high and debase you and humble you, like he said in this video. And this is a reality check, and this is what we see, and we see the reality, the realization of what Allah says in his messenger is the haqq, is the truth. So those of you Muslims who think that you're involved into this industry, you're involved into this ways of life, that is not your way of life. You really need to check yourself. You need to be careful. You need to know that Allah is going to deal with you soon, and he's going to take away that which you've accomplished. But if he doesn't, know that you could be being sent astray or allowed to continue to go astray. It's better to get stopped than to keep on going into the areas of where you're at, and that you might even leave your faith, because there are Muslims that have apostated due to their desires, that what they wanted to get in this life, and enjoying, just like the non-Muslims that are astray from the guidance of Allah or God, that they are enjoying the worldly life and the lavishness and all this Illuminats, knuckleheads stuff, okay? And thinking that this is the true life. It's all an illusion, because you're going to go into your grave, and then you're not going to be able to have none of this. And then Allah is going to take everything away, and we're going to see the truth. is going to be revealed to us, and it's going to be too late. Okay, so let me go into the other video dealing with this interview that Como, what's his name? I can't, let me get his name right, because there's two Comos, they're brothers, but this one I gotta bring, what is right about it. So hold on for a sec. Let me close this one out. Alrighty. Okay, we want to get this one up. Ready? Okay. Como.
Kanye West joins us now. As you know, he's been all over the headlines, and not just because his music is dominant as a genre in and of itself. There's no question about the man's artistry and mastery. I got two generations of people in my family that love his music. But it's not about his music right now. Most recently, it was announced that he is making a bid or a deal at some stage to acquire the conservative.
And one thing that he mentioned, Ye mentions about what this guy has done, and as well as the other media, when it comes to an African-American man, a performer, an artist, or whatever, how they bring a narrative of mostly dealing with them on a physical level of what they achieved, unlike their achievements on a higher scale of whether it's business or the amount of money that they obtained, and how influential they are in the eye of those who love them, those who follow them, those who support them, and the likes, and just try to downsize or just leave out what actually they are in that level that is up there, as he is being the most richest black man in America at this point. So he takes away from that. He doesn't give that credit and acknowledgement. Notice that. Okay.
Conservative social media platform, Parler, which is right now offline. Why? Is this because he was kicked off Twitter and Instagram? Is that what it's about? Let's discuss the relevance and the resonance with the man himself, Kanye West. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, but I want you guys to hear me and see me. Can you hear me and see me?
I can. I see you. You're in the back of a car. You got a hoodie and a hat on.
Okay, cool. I see the double. All right. You guys are supposed to be making.
Here, you got a hoodie and a hat on. Why he had to say that? All you had to say is, yeah, we can see you. That's it. Oh, you got a hoodie and a hat on. What? Is that symbolizing something familiar? Come on, man. Como. This is what? Andrew Como, I think? Yeah, that's him.
Made aware to use my legal name, Ye. I've changed my name like how Cassius Clay changed his name to Muhammad Ali. I'm sure you guys didn't mean it as any disrespect, but it needs on the Chiron changed my name to Ye. You can say formerly known as Kanye West if you like to, but my name is Ye.
Why'd you change it?
Sir, I need to have the name changed.
We'll change it.
Yeah, but
we'll change it. I'm asking you, why'd you change it? Just so people can understand.
Well, actually, I don't owe people an explanation to start off with. I have the right to change my name. I have the right in America to vote on whoever I want to vote on. We have certain rights where, as celebrities and even as the black voting bloc, as they call it, the black.
Now, see, he's explaining himself. Some people take stuff like something's wrong with him. This sounds like normal. He's trying to let people know, listen, you don't control me, and I'm not going to let you control me and tell me what I got to say, why, and you want to question me so that you can put me in a position where it's going to give you what you need to do and put out the views that you need to put out, and then eventually want to edit it, like in news media, what they do. So I get where he's coming from, because he's aware, he's awoke. That's one thing, and he's not on drugs. So y'all people need to get it together, especially people from us who are coming at the brother and not giving him no support or trying to give him some guidance if you do. And for us as Muslim, we should be making dua for him and asking Allah to guide him. That's it. Like he said, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali did, and many others came to this deen so they can get away from this evil that has been perpetuating around us as a people, because we are even worse, in a worse situation, in a worse situation when we don't have that true guidance, when we're all caught up into this realm, and the industry is well known for it. Look what it perpetuates. Just what he said when he was on the drinking, what is it, with what's his name, can't remember, the other rapper that does the drink something show, can't even remember his name. But anyway, let it go.
The black vote are forced to, always talk about their finances, always talk about their names, but it was really, the name West is a slave name, and
Wow, he knocked that right out the box, because it's true. And I'm not going to say he had to do his research, and I'm going to say truth in the essence of a lot of those names that we were given as African descendants of African slaves were from slave masters. Yeah. Okay. So, or if they wasn't slave masters, they were in power over that. When it came to African American or black people, there was no inclusion in their control over who they were and what they was going to get. They were just coming out of slavery, trying to get freedom. You understand? So it was very difficult to actually know your identity. I mean, when your ancestors were brought from another land here forcefully, captured and kidnapped in a sense, and taken in the harshest manners that mankind could have done in history. You know what I'm saying? Besides past way thousands of years of slavery and stuff that has been going on by mankind to each other. Anyhow, but let's get into it again.
And I wanted to free myself of all of the older mentality. That is the reason I'm telling you that.
Understood and appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so let's go. Now, what's the questions we got?
So first one is, where you are, there is curiosity. You said that you're going to meet with the former president this week. Is that why you're traveling right now?
No, I'm actually going to meet with the.
And why do you want to know where the man is? You know what I mean? Like, what's the importance of that?
With the CEO of Parler right now.
So that's real, that deal. You think it's going to happen?
Now look at it. Oh, so that's real, that deal. Parler, which is a company that he's supposed to, a network that he's supposed to get himself and buy. Actually, he's supposed to get ownership of it, and he's going to meet the CEO, or meet the person who's going to be doing the deal with him, inshallah. So I don't know, and he knows best what it is. But this guy wants to ask him. So do you think it's gonna go through? Or it's going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen? And listen to Kanye, because Kanye is sure of himself, because he's a businessman and he's been in the field of business for a while. So he knows what he's doing, even while the people are coming at him to try to dismantle his works.
Yeah, absolutely.
And why do you want Parler?
Well, just the CEO is just really incredible. Like what he's been able to do. Like even before we discussed me taking ownership.
Look at his face. Look at Cuomo's face. Look at that mean. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have the good, insight, and some would say back in the day we used to be into that 5% stuff. We say the third eye and all that type of stuff, get into that stuff. No, we're not going to get into that. But, being able to be intuitive and look into people's eyes and look into their face expressions and see, you can tell in these gestures, you can tell what they're on. You can tell what they're about. And that look that he has, you look deep in him, he looks like he's very, angry, and he really wants to be in this to get at Kanye, to get at Ye. You understand? And I see it. I know that look. That look is very familiar. Very familiar. You know, goes with it. It goes with the KKK, and it goes along with the white supremacists, and it goes along with that mentality, that imperialistic mentality of the colonialization of many areas that were non-white in this world. So if you talk back and you tell me this, and you say anything against my system, this is what's going to happen to you. We're coming for you, and we're going to shut you down. That's what they're doing.
Of it, he was able to get it unbanned off of Google and off of Apple. So people had a they had a.
I'm gonna push that up a little bit past that.
Why not go to a place where I'm celebrated? It's actually something Kid Rock just gave me a text about that. Go to places where you're celebrated, not where you're just tolerated. You know, I bring a lot of attention to these platforms, to Instagram and to Twitter, and they silo you. They shadow ban you. Everyone knows I was shadow banned on Instagram. People will go and say, hey, you know, he's.
Oh, and just to correct it, it's a social media app. That's what the business is, or the company is a social media app, but it's a company and it has a social media app that is their business, is their service. So, you know, just like YouTube per se, okay? Or any other, Facebook, whatever.
He's running the algorithm, whatever term they use. And then I'd see on my Instagram that I had only reached 30 million people. And that's because Instagram is, was purchased by Mark Zuckerberg, who, from what I can see, has a left agenda. So people are using their technology to silo any messaging that they don't agree with.
So
Right. To quiet you, to shut you down, like you know, sanctioning of a country where you just get sucked out, and you cannot do, and you cannot live and function, because the powers that be is not going to stand for your dissent. You talking against them, you speaking against their power and system, which is to continue to destroy the African American in this country. That's all it is. It's a low key, stealthy genocide. And we've been talking about this, and we know what it is. That's why people are leaving America. That's why African Americans are making exodus to get out of America, those who are able to, for these reasons. Or if it's not that, they're struggling together and coming together to stand against this racist atrocities that continue in this country. And Kanye is just a proof. It's a proof of it. It's just a reconfirmation that racism is live and well in America, and it's not still yet going nowhere. It's not barely going anywhere. Now there's some, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a racist in my own right. Of course, I'm a person. I'm a human being first, a Muslim second. As a human being, I'm a Muslim human being, and I believe that all races have the rights to everything, and they have rights to respect, and they have rights to being acknowledged as they are a good group of people, and that they have a group of them that are good within their group of race or nationality. Not all of them are this way. Not all of them are racist. You know, it's like not all of us are thugs and pimps and drug dealers and just rappers and stuff like that. Or the negative, or prostitutes, or women swinging on poles. Not all of us. You understand? And drug addicts. Not all of us. You understand? So I'm going to stop here. I don't want to go on too much longer, but I may do a second part to this video to get into some more of Kanye West, because I want y'all people to hear and listen to him. Listen to him speak, how he handles this guy. There's a lot of people coming. How can we even be sane and remain to be sane when you have so much coming at you? The man loses his family. Yeah, I have sympathy for him. Yeah, I have compassion for him. because I have compassion for people who are being harmed. He's done wrong. Yeah, let's get that clear. We know his wrongs. Some have been reported. Some of the things that he said. But how many of the ignorance that are people, when they do a wrong, that they should not be given, forgiveness, and should be given a position that which they're doing now. He said and prayed, and he sat there in that video, first video that I posted, that he was praying to his creator. Now, he has a different understanding of the creator concept. That's not for me to get into right here. Okay? But he was focusing on the being that's given him life, and the one who's given him his control in his life, and humbled him in his life at this point in time. And I pray that Allah guides him to Islam so that he can continue on the rest of his path to the way that will lead you to submitting to the one who's given you life, but now you're not going to enjoin a partner with him. You're not going to enjoin a son with him. You're not going to enjoin a woman with him. You're going to worship him alone, and that you're going to put your trust in him and not worry about these people who are coming at you. Oh Allah, may he guide you to al-Islam, Allahumma ameen. And I'm saying this because that's where my compassion is. That's where my love for humanity is, that Allah is the true guide of this life and will make things better for you, and will allow whatever you get humbled to and debase to make better to come after that, and keep you sane in the membrane. All right, brothers and sisters, peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. Assalamu alaikum. Until the next one, get in, stay in, click the like button, subscribe to your brother so you can get the rest of what's coming in the future. And I hope to get more on this. I'm going to be getting more on your boy with the meeting with what's his name, Andrew Tate, meeting with Muhammad. I think his name is Muhammad Harb or something like that, and his interview he did with him. All right. So thanks, peace and blessings. Until next time, peace. I'm out. Bismillah wa salatu. Bismillah. Subhanakallah hamdihi ashhadu wa la ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. I had to make that to close out. Thank you. All right. Peace.